Hello and welcome to another modern stream. We continue breaking Titan Vial. This deck has been overperforming for me, so I actually really want to make sure I can come up with a good list. So if people want to be playing the deck over the weekend, honestly at this point I think I would recommend this deck over Amulet. I think that it just attacks the current metagame in just a lot better. Like you actually have a good matchup against the Grul Ponza deck. You have a significantly better matchup against all the control decks. So yeah, I think that this deck might just be better than Amulet against the current metagame, and at least until the metagame changes. Of course, this deck insta loses to Amulet, but because Amulet is nowhere to be found because it's bad, then it means that it's probably a good time to be playing this deck. One of the things though is that even though I beat it in Tron, I think every single time I've faced it, with the exception of one time that I lost to Eldrazi Tron yesterday, it is not a comfortable matchup. Like I'm not particularly comfortable with that matchup. Like it feels a little bit close sometimes. Basically, it feels a little bit close, a little bit closer than I would like it to be. Like I feel like this deck should be actually ahead against Tron if built correctly. So that's one of the things that I want to try to figure out. It might need to have something to do with maybe an extra Ghost Quarter in the sideboard, extra ramming up excavators. Maybe it has to do with something like that. So changes from yesterday's list after playing. Actually, you're gonna be able to see those VODs today at 4 p.m. So by the time this video goes up on YouTube, you're actually going to be able to see the VODs from yesterday. So what I'm trying out is Elder Gargaroth. This card actually, I was watching Aspiring Spike's stream right before firing up my stream, and he was playing Gargaroth against the Prowess deck, and it looked really, really, really impressive. Honestly, this thing has so much text that I didn't notice that it actually has a reach. This means that even against the blue-red Prowess decks, like this card is actually just the nuts. So like it just blocks the Sprite Dragon and the other one, the blue one. So seems worth trying out. So we're gonna see whether this one is good or not. I'm sensing that it might be okay, but you know I wanted to give it a shot. And second of all, we're trying out Spring Bloom Druid. This was actually Sam Black's idea. Honestly, I forgot that this card was legal. Like I drafted this dude a lot in Modern Horizons draft because it's honestly first pick there, but definitely didn't think about it for this deck, and it makes a lot of sense. Like it's basically it's like a three land ramp. I guess 2 land ramp. On a 1/1, so it's kind of cool. I don't know if maybe it should take the places of Steve. The thing with Steve is like it just fits so nicely in the curve in order to set up your like turn 3 tracker plus something, or like things like that, or Courser plus get play land off the top. So I think that Steve just fits really, really well within our curve. But if we had like a Thalia hand, right, and you go like turn 1, maybe tap land even or whatever, doesn't matter. Turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Splendid of Druid, sacrificed by Flagstones. Like you just have 6 mana on turn 4, like just like that. It's kind of sick. So it seems worth playing. I'm gonna start with the 1. I'm gonna see what happens when I draw it, because like another issue is like I actually cut. What did I cut for this one? I cut the Bellowware for the Gargaroth. Oh, and I was playing Shalai. I was playing Shalai yesterday. So I got the Shalai for this. So Shalai could kind of be considered the business spell. So the fact that I am cutting a business spell for a ramp spell could potentially be a problem. But we will see. As far as the sideboard goes, I've been liking the sideboard. I am continuing to give Teague a shot, mostly because we are kind of pretty weak against all the control decks. Oh, the combo decks. So that's why I'm still testing Teague. He has not been impressive, but I want to play more with the card to see how good it actually is. And Arasta has been amazing. So this one is definitely going to be a mainstay in the sideboard. League with Titan Vial. Let's go. Alright, I know it works, I know it's good, but it still baffles my mind that Vial might be good better than Amulet with Primeval Titan. Any chance this deck is good because everyone, their mom and their uncle's goat is using 4 Gusto in the sideboard and Vial sheds and Gusto? Yes, that's exactly why it's good. You just described exactly why this deck is good. Which is what I said as soon as I fire up the stream. Also, this deck is very good against the red-green deck. This actually hosts the Gruul deck a little bit. Yeah, honestly, if I don't know if I'm gonna be playing in the challenges this weekend, but if I were, I would be playing this deck over Amulet. I'll tell you that much. Honestly, it's possible I should have played it last weekend. And I just didn't have the guts. Didn't have the guts to play it. I guess. If my opponent has a discard spell, we get super destroyed, but... Hopefully they're playing a blue deck and I go turn 1 Vial, they force it. That would be delightful. Pendelhaven. Infect. Well, I guess we're dead. Another deck against which Arasta might be good. Where is it? Spider, there. Okay, so I think I'm just not going to show my opponent my hand. So I'm gonna, wow, yeah, okay, so we're definitely losing, so I'm going to just like play a second Vial, act as if I don't have another play, and because we're 100% losing this game. Like there's nothing I can do, right? Like my opponent just resolved the Blighted Agent, which I cannot block, so there's no real use. Like it's not like I can Eladambri's Call for Reclaimer to hope to block. Like this is actual GG's, right? So I'm just going to, this is gonna be a concession. But I would rather like my opponent think that I'm on a deck that I'm not. Also the reason why I led on the Snow-Covered Plains instead of leading on a forest or a Windswept Heath. Alright, so Thalia is of course incredible in this matchup. We want Arasta, we want all the paths. Maybe Mind Sensor? It's an instant speed blocker, that's really all that it does. It's just an instant speed blocker. Tracker's bad, Courser's bad, Bug. Damping Sphere? Nah, you don't want Damping Sphere against the Infect. It's not impactful enough, not worth a slot in your deck. I'm just gonna cut a Titan. Too slow. A lot better. Keep bottom this. Alright, this hand is actually quite good. So we're gonna be able to play Thalia on 2. Say go. Hopefully they go Glistener Elf here. Sweet. I guess I'm actually gonna go for Steve instead of Thalia. Hey. Well, I'm definitely going for Steve now. Next turn we can Thalia plus Path. And there's basically no way that they can Distortion Strike. Vial, are you kidding me? I don't know any copies of Vial. Oh, Restmaster, I am very sorry. But on the other hand, you get to continue playing Primeval Titan. Thank you for the Twitch from sub again for the 13th month, Restmaster. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? We could Thalia plus Path. Yeah, it's gonna make things awkward for us next turn, but I think it's okay. Because this kind of time walks them a little bit, because they have to pay 1 for this. Sweet. Play Raminap. Replay Windsweep Heath. Play Vial. Attack. Can we do a Valakut, please? We can't really attack because they ugh. Vomit. And we have so many good draws here. We've got so many good draws. Another path would be good. Or primetime this game. Even what's his name this game? Ilodambri's Call? Even Ilodambri's Call this game. Best modern deck, you know it. You know it. Breaking the format. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8 mana. They're just gonna chomp with the Raminap here. Something good. That counts. That definitely counts. All right. Good. Sad that I sucked the Raminap there, but that's a good one. All right, sweet. Next game. I mean, I do have enough business, right? Maybe I sideboarded like a little bit too much removal. I mean, I do have... This is a reasonable amount of good stuff. I guess because we can also count this in here. And these. Yeah, I mean, it's enough stuff to do. I think I like this configuration. But we're just getting a little bit unlucky. This deck sucks, except it's actually just great. Yeah, we're gonna keep this hand. Opponent moves to 6. Move to 5. Been watching the VODs and I fell in love with this deck. Still can't believe how many people come up, even during the VODs, don't trust you with the card choices. It's really funny, right? It's really funny how people continue to come with suggestions, having played absolutely nothing with the deck. And then it's just like, well, the reason I'm playing this is because of this, this, and this. But of course you didn't know it because you didn't play a single match with the deck, so how would you know it? Okay, so we're going to have to Thalia here. Oh. Well, that's so much better. So now my opponent can't really do anything. And next turn, we're gonna have Thalia plus Ghost Quarter going. Better lucky than good. Yeah, exactly. Sure. If it's not lethal, I'm not killing it. Take 6. And now they actually can't protect it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So we're gonna do this. We're going to play Steve. We're going to Vial in Thalia. And now that they can't protect it, we're just gonna kill the Ink Moth while they can't do anything. And now they have no threat. Easy game, easy life. Spell Skype, you got it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I guess we're not gonna crack Steve just yet. Can get more value with Tireless Tracker. Another Spell's Kite. You got it. Feels Kite, man. Crack Steve, get a Forest. Crack Clue. Knight of Autumn, sounds good, sounds good. I think I kind of want to be cracking clues here. So I don't think I'm going to be... I don't think I'm going to be... taking a Vial for the Golos, that is. Oh, hello. Well, now I regret everything. All right, so now we're gonna have access to Dryad, so we should be good next turn. Might as well attack. It's not like Spellskite doing anything. All right, I think we just got this. You got a Dryad Arbor. Opponent can pay 2 life to change with Sky to target. Exactly. Alright. Definitely throwing this Knight of Autumn under the bus. 100%. Boom. Scape Shaft with a Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Well, actually, welcome for the first time to the Primetime Stronghold. My bad. Thank you so much for that Prime subscription, Scape Shaft. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Enjoy them emotes. And thank you for the support. Been loving my bros. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So it's better for us to hold on to this. So what we're gonna do here, I guess it doesn't really matter for us to do this later or right. I guess it does because I can uptick the Vial. So we're gonna call for Dryad. Then we're gonna Vial in the Dryad. Then Vial is gonna go up. Then land's gonna come into play. Target Noble Hierarch. Oh, CS always healed. And then, yeah, I guess on top land's better. No bad matchups. Yeah, for those of you that did not really understand what Thalia does, that's what Thalia does in the deck. Be able to final this the Black Splash in these days. Nice, nice. Yeah, I am very well aware of the fact that Thalia looks very out of place in this deck, but you just saw what Thalia does for this deck. Literal zero bad matchups. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Basic Landshark. It was a grind, but we got there. It was a grind, but we got there. Sand is really, really slow. We're on the draw. So I guess I'm gonna keep this. Please play a green deck. Sick. Copy your Catacombs. Let's go. Let's go. Are we all missing? Oh, we're missing his boat in this list. Yeah. Oh, that boat life. Oh, we're playing against Niv. Well, that can't be good for us. Play Vial. And I guess they could have discard spells, so I'm going to play this Reclaimer right now. Helix. We're playing against 5-color Niv, in case you were wondering. I can't imagine this matchup's gonna get good for us. But if my opponent is kind enough to miss land drops, then we might be okay. We are also missing land drops, so that's not good. Oh man, they found land drops before we did. Feels bad, man. Oh, don't have Knight of Autumn. Don't have Knight of Autumn. Oh, that's also really bad. Brutal. Okay, so... my opponent must be thinking, what the f... The hell are those colors? Kaya's Guile? It has to be, right? Yeah, sacrifice your creatures and exile cards from their graveyard. I think I'm gonna actually play the Knight here. It's bad if they have another Helix, but this means I can cast Primetime next turn, so it seems worth risking, particularly when my opponent has a Teferi in play, you know? They have another Helix. Feels bad, man. At least we get to Ewit it back, so it's not the end of the world. So Ewit back. Knight, yes. Bog you. Next turn we can Golos. If we don't find a land, and if we do, we just Primetime. What? Are you sure that's the one you want to bounce? Opponent, are you sure this is the one that you want to return to my hand? Are you 100% sure that's the correct one? This is your choice. Okay? So if they answer the Titan, we can just Vial and Ewit and get it back. So... unless they have another Guile, I guess. So we're gonna do Field plus Valakut. Yeah, so they have to Guile exile Primetime. So they're trading 1-for-1 with the Titan. Except that the Titan got like 2 ways to kill them. Yep. Yeah, I don't know about that get back your Ewit play. Seems to be a little bit on the sketchy side of things. And now they have to answer my Vial. Like, we literally do not care about Niv. Like, my opponent casts a Niv and we're just like, we just shrug. Because we just answer it cleanly. They get to draw some cards. They do get to draw some cards, so that's something. There's the Niv. They get a trigger. What did they get? Okay, so they got a Ren, Kaya, Drown in the Lock. They discarded Uro. Oh, there's that one too. Okay, so how much damage can I do here? I can do 18. We can have 2 land drops. That's... no, we actually have lethal. We actually have lethal here with that top deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine if this were not a Vial, and if this were a Noble Hierarch or a Gracer instead, right? Yeah, Valakut plus Bounceland is a line here. Imagine if this had been a Noble Hierarch or a Gracer. Anyway, well, do I actually want Veils? I kind of don't want Veils. We want Purges because they have Ashiok. We want Mind Sensor 100%. Knight of Autumn, not really. Arasta? Question mark? Arasta is definitely a question mark. Path? What are we pathing though? Vial is good against Nib generally, but if they ego us, we chillin'. I don't think that. Like they can't. Like, they have the fairy and stuff. I don't think I want Vial. Maybe they have Thought Seizes. So I think I'm gonna cut the Steves. Like if they want to ego me, it's just like whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. Vial doesn't work against Guile? No, I think it's each opponent if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually take a look because that seems important. Yeah, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Exile the cards from each opponent's graveyard. Yeah, it's Vial proof. It is Vial proof. How's Arasta been? Very good. Like really, really good. Like almost main deck worthy good. Very impressed by this card. Yeah, Purge also answers Nib, which is just a nice random bonus. But it's bringing it mostly because of Ashiok and Ren and 6. Maybe because of Ren I don't want Thalia. That actually sounds reasonable. We can play T instead. Which T doesn't seem insane or anything, but it's probably better than Thalia because it doesn't die to Ren. Particularly on the drop. This could just be a keep, honestly, considering that we know which matchup we're against. And we did not see K commands, so I think I want to keep my Vials. K command is not stock in these lists. Utopia Sprawl? Oh, Thoughtseize. No, Sprawl. Okay. I think it was more important to get the tap land out of the way instead of Illidanbre's Calling. Yeah, that's a really powerful sequence from OP. Really, really powerful sequence from them. So now they're not going to be missing any line drops anytime soon. Actually, maybe this means that I should be cutting Vials. Just maybe. So if we draw any other land, we're actually in pretty fine shape. Because we're gonna get to Dryad plus double trigger Valakut, so we can answer either one of these walkers. Let's definitely attack there. Get them a little bit further from. Just get a tracker plus land. Get some value. My opponent can sweep, but we get to let Amber Skull. We can call for ramming up, probably. Ashok is a cool combo with Kaya. Illidanri Spring Bloom. It's not bad. I think that ramming up might just be better if they don't answer my board here, but I think they're going to. Oh, they don't. They don't answer my board here. Okay, so that goes, that goes. That's the Ashiok. That is the Ashiok. So we can draw a card. I think that just calling for ramming up is going to be better. Snowcourt Forest. Ramming up. Land number 1. Is this actually lethal? I think it's actually lethal, right? No, it's not. So you get to draw. This is 1, 6. No, it is lethal, right? Because I just play another Dryad. Always yes, always yield. Look at you. Play this. Look at you. Get a Sombo. 1, 2, 3. GG easy. Look at you. Oh, I love this deck so much. Good stuff, good stuff. Look at my opponent thinking that they were not dead. Easy. Easy 2-0. The Niv Missa deck. Easy. Wow. Oh, yeah, no, I forgot to. Basically, there was this thingy that I was using that updated the record. It even updated which game I was on. And I grew so accustomed to it, and now for whatever reason, since the latest MTGO update, it's not working anymore, and it's been brutal. Like I just keep forgetting. I've been so spoiled. Tuto. I I claim I'm a primetime fan, but I'm the one trying the hardest to get it banned. Wow. True story. True story. Gracias, querido. Any changes from the yesterday's list? Yes. I am testing out... what am I testing out today? Elder Gargaroth and Springbloom Druid. Would you think would this deck be good against Spirits, Blue-White, or Banned? Because my meta is full of them. Wow. Out of all the decks that I could expect you to tell me that your meta is full of, Spirits definitely is not what I would expect. Okay, so I think that Arasta would be great against Spirits. Yet another another matchup against which Arasta would shine. I think Gargaroth would be great against Spirits. Steve. Alright. Let's go with Vial. Imagine Traverse strategies after Plague Engineer was printed. Oh yeah, the good times. Would love to see a Thalia here. Thalia's my best draw. My opponent's on... Oh, they're a blue-red Prowess. Okay, cool. Yeah, Thalia's probably still my best draw. Gargaroth would be sick. Arasta would be great too, but it's in my sideboard. Thalia. Never luck. I think I'm going to Springbloom Druid here. On turn 3. Steve's gonna get a nice little chump block in here. We don't play cards like EE, no, we play Blast Zone instead. It's a tad slower because Spirits, Gems, things like Hedge, the removal quickly in game 1, but depending on how you cyber, it could easily turn into your favor. We have Blast Zone, we have Gargaroth, we have Arasta, as I was just saying, we have Dryad plus Valakut. Trying to put here against cyber. Those kind of sweepers that are super narrow don't really work very well against Spirits decks because of Selfless Spirit. I will block. Thank you. Sack. Get a forest. You wait and Vial, Steven. No, I'm gonna Spling Move Druid because this actually gets me towards Druid is another blocker. Oh man, we're Dryad flooded. If anything, next turn I can E-Wait Springbloom Druid. You gotta love the stop and read. Snow plus plains. So if we draw Gargaroth, now we can cast it. Same thing with Golos. Actually, if we draw Golos, we're kind of in great shape. Because we just go get Valakut and then we play Dryad. We just file in Dryad. For you, if you can resolve it. Yeah, Selfless Spirit is still a problem. Lava Dart. So does Blaston. Yeah, I am well aware. I am well aware. That's why I said that Dryad plus Valakut is the best angle to attack that deck. All right, big hit we're gonna take here. Gonna fetch for a Temple Garden, actually. Have I mastered this deck? Of course. I would even go as far to say that I am the best Titan Vial player in the world. I am the person that has played the most matches with Titan Vial in the world. Remember when I sequenced my plays so I could draw another Gargaroth? What other proof? What other proof do you need after that top deck, right? Am I right? Just look at that top deck and tell me that I'm not the best player in the world with this deck. Am I better than Return to Dust? I've definitely played more matches with the deck than Return to Dust. I guess that's just not true. I have no way to know that. Lava Dart face. Alright, it's not looking good. Not looking good for the home team here. Magus with the raid. Thank you so much, Magus. How's it going? We're playing some Titan Vial, the next meta deck. Just breaking the format. No big deal. Don't like Titan streamers, their language, their food, their music, their deck. All of it is terrible. Oh, man. Now that little guy, though. Mum sit. Now that's good, though. So we're gonna have to chump here? That was a disgusting turn from my opponent. So we're gonna have to gain life with this. We're gonna have to send the Dryad under the bus. And just getting owned by this Bright Dragon. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, King Cantona. Welcome for the 18th month now. Opponent just going off there. Jeez. My opponent's just too good. They're just too good. I can't believe I was happy there for a second that I had a reasonable top deck, but not going to matter. Because they top deck exactly what they needed to win. So just block here, we gain 3. Doesn't matter. They still cast Lava Dart and we die. Just love the violent content at the moment. Oh yeah, I'm super into this deck. Okay, so we want the paths, we want purges, we want Arasta, and some number of Knight of Autumn. Still not unsure whether it has to be 1 or 2. Don't want that. We want the Thalias. We don't want Ghost Quarter in this matchup. We don't want trackers. Coursers are good. Arasta's good. Knight of Reliquary is medium. And Arasta sounds amazing. Yeah, it's exactly for this matchup that I have this card in my deck. Sweet. Great hand. Turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Steve, turn 3 Courser. On the play, I think this should be a pretty solid setup, setting up the turn 4 Gargaroth. Why take out a Primetime rather than a Golos? Because one of them can be cast under Blood Moon and one of them costs 5 mana. While the other one is more expensive and it's uncastable under Moon. Those are the main reasons. I'll block you. Yep, totally, 100% blocking you. You have no idea how blocked you're gonna get, Swift Spear. So blocked. Gut shot. They gut shot at face. Okay, so they have light up the stage here. So they need to have some other way of answering the Steve. Or they're hoping to draw into it. Ha, nice. I love it. Every time they draw a Reveler, it's just like such a feels good for us. Yep. I'm blocking the shit out of this. That's like the worst light up the stage I've ever seen. That's hilarious. That's so brutal for my opponent. That is so brutal for them. Alright, Cursor, what you got for me? Show me what I'm gonna be drawing. It's gonna be great, right? Yeah, actually, it's kind of great. Yeah, I don't really want to shuffle this. I don't really want to shuffle this. How important is the bear in the list? What are you talking about? ¿Qué haces, Iván? ¿Todo bien? Sí, seguimos ganando, boludo. Es una locura. Seguimos ganando nomás. I think I'm probably blocking here. Well, now I'm definitely blocking. Would like for them to tap out. How's it going, Throne of Wrath? It's going great. Going great. Somehow winning with this little brewski. Feels really good. ¿Por qué dejaste dos golos que quitaste un titán? ¿No era mejor al revés? El titán se puede jugar, el golos se puede jugar si hay una Blood Moon en juego y el golos cuesta 5 en vez de 6. Con lo cual está mejor en mi curva. That is very questionable. Like if they had the lightning bolt, I don't know how I feel about that play, opponent. I don't know how I feel about that play. They could have played the Stormwing there. They just bolted me or a Courser, whatever. And they could actually play the Stormwing instead of it getting exiled. That was definitely a mistake from my opponent. Like 200% a mistake. So depending on what happens here, we can redraw the Courser with this Ewit, which I probably want to do, right? They have only 3 cards left in hand. 2 cards left in hand. I'm blocking you. Well, now I'm actually going to not play the Eternal Witness. Because like we can just get back the Gargaroth. If they do anything. Just make beasts or draw cards. Probably draw cards. That's pretty good. So if they like gang up on this Gargaroth, it just doesn't matter. We just get it back and recast it. So you like beast here? I think that drawing cards is just better. All right. So they're ganging up. Sure. They have to do something like a bolt or whatever. Abrade my Gargaroth. Wow. Speaking of bad exchanges to make. Remember when I didn't play the Eternal Witness on my end step? That was a good decision. What? It should be updated. Yeah. Stream Decker. Oh, the Carbo Live I didn't update. Okay, let's fix that real quick. Reveler. That's not seem good enough? Maybe it is. Discarding Sprite Dragons? Sweet. I think we got this one, chat. Alright, that one's pretty good. Yeah, I think we bring this up. And I think I'm going to continue drawing cards here. Because we can draw Titan. Or that. That's also pretty good. Let's go. Can I have more of these vials? Yeah. Vesu and Flax not to thin the deck? No. Thinning is more often than not just irrelevant. I mean, it's not irrelevant, it's just negligible. That's the proper word to use there. It's just negligible. To get the angel for the guys that sacks the land. Yeah, those are the changes that I made. I talked about them already. So we have Springbloom Druid over Shalai, and we have Gargaroth over the 6-drop Bellower. On the draw. Yeah, let's just do this. What is that? Springbloom Druid? It's first pickable card in MH1 draft. Did they keep 7? If they move to 6, I think I'm keeping this. Ugh, they kept 7. Man, this might be too slow. We don't have removal. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much time we're gonna have though. How has he been playing? It's been okay. We casted one time so far. Casted exactly one time. And it was good when we did cast it. So there's that. Okay, so they have a light up the stage draw. Which is probably bad news for me, honestly. No second creature, no second creature, no second creature, and Celestial Purge off the top. Cool. Celestial Purge off the top, Celestial Purge off the top, Celestial Purge off the top, Celestial Purge off the top. Purge. Man. Slay tap Temple Garden. So go. Next turn we can probably play Dryad and develop our mana. Uh-oh. No. Why would they fetch a... Why would they fetch a basic mountain? That's super weird. Fetching Steam Vents was strictly better. Usually if they have the light up the stage draw, I'm kind of happy because it's slower. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe their hand is all Steam Vents. That's our out. That's how we win this game. But I think that they have a Stormwind entity. Well, they just drew this. Maybe the 1 blue mana will go to waste. That would be lovely. Don't use it. No opt. None of that nonsense. Just, yes. There we go. Just go to combat. Good. Good guy opponent. No, don't have more stuff. Keep fetching for basics. Super weird. Lava Dart. I think I'm throwing Dryad under the bus here. All right, so that's what we're setting up. So if we survive this turn, we might be okay. But we have to survive this turn, which is not particularly likely. They cannot cast Reveler, so if Reveler is one of the cards in their hand, we're doing good. No Metamorphose, please. Aether Gust, my Dryad. We probably bottom that. No, exactly. No, we have to bottom that actually. So we die to Lightning Bolt. We die to Lavadar. We die to Gutshot. We die to all of those cards. Dying to Gus, it's Titan all over again. Yeah, I know. We just can't escape our destiny. Yep. If we had been on the play, I think we win this game very easily, actually. Because we get to play Courser before they get to do all the nonsense. And then we get to get Golos, get Radiant Fountain. We have multiple blockers. We stabilize. We gain multiple life. No such luck, though. That matchup does seem rough. That matchup does seem rough. Like, on the draw, it feels really tough to be able to come back from. On the play, I think that we have a very real shot. We might even... Were we on the draw game 1? I think we were on the draw game 1. I don't remember. But it feels like on the play we might be okay, but on the draw we're definitely underdogs. Oko best design, Vial second best, Gust third. Okon wasn't. I think Wecht that. I think that Beers is being sarcastic right now. Hogak was the best design. Yeah, exactly. I agree that Hogak was best designed, bar none. Second, Oko. The nuts. Keep. Bottom, Temple Garden. Okay, it was like, what's happening? Yeah. Free Fairy was also a great design. Oh yeah, all good designs from the past year. Sarcasm detector is low today. Yeah, sometimes sarcasm just whoosh, goes right above. Alright, so we seem to be playing against some blue form of shadow. I assume Grixis. So is this the best version of Amulet? You mean the deck that plays 0 copies of the card Amulet? Because if you mean that, then yes, this is the best version of Amulet right now. Might be able to pull off the combo, chat. We might be able to pull off the combo. Thoughtseize is bad. Almost said that the guy who designed Hogak showed this to the people. They were like, you can't put this in game. He thought, oh no, they saw through me. Damn, Hogak needs some trample. Yeah, exactly. Oko art is pretty dope. Yeah, if that's the art that you're into, good for you. But was an okay design in Pioneer Standard, but it was a little underpowered in Modern, so they have a split second as well. Oh yeah. It's just the right power level for Modern, so they just needed to make it more. They should have made it more powerful, so it was broken. Let's play with Amulet on the sideboard. Playing into the blast zone, so I'm super fucking dead, right? I mean, my opponent is like straight up just playing into my blast zone. So I'm like super dead now. Search for 2 basic lands. We're gonna get a forest and these plains. And then we're gonna activate Flagstone's ability. We're gonna say yes. We're gonna have a basic that we're missing. Let's go. So I'm assuming that I'm dead here. Maybe they have Snapcaster Dismember. They can't have, like, they need to be able to enable Revolt for push. Lightning Bolt does it. So many cards kill me here. Oh, just like Wraith into fetch also kills me, because now they have 2 lethal threats. Wait, what? Oh, okay, sure, whatever. Alright. Would wish they made the fairy shut off spells on your own turn only. Then I actually think it would be a very reasonable card. I mean, there's many ways that they could have actually templated the fairy to make it a reasonable card. That's just unfortunately not what the card is, though. Unfortunately, they made it a stupid card instead. So I think we want Thalias in this matchup. We might not want either Vials actually. We also might not want Eladambri's Call. Just be a ramp deck. So maybe I don't want to cut a land. Gargaroth seems kind of bad, honestly. One of the few that doesn't hit free assist, but if they had just made the restriction on your own turn, I think it would be okay in public side. Yeah. I mean, it is a pretty egregious card, so... Hopefully we don't get discarded on turn 1. Would love to have resolved that, Steve. No such luck. No such luck. Not gonna be playing Bog this turn. I'm gonna be playing Bog next turn. Imagine they take Steve. Not bad. I really wish we had drawn this turn 1, right? So my opponent would have been, like, either they push this or they Thoughtseize. So if we had been able to play Reclaimer on turn 1, we would be in really good shape right now. But if they find an answer to this Reclaimer, then we might be in not so okay shape. Yep. There's the Inquisition. Here comes the removal for the Reclaimer. Oh. All right. Drawing a blank doesn't help, but... So at 20, there's... We're probably not losing the game this turn, at least at 20. They play Angler. I mean, even if they do Angler here... So we do get to ramp twice, so we're going to start triggering... Just get Flagstones here. Perfect timing. Right on time, Veil of Summer. They have TBR, Sprite Dragon. They also have TBR. All right. Well, I guess we can Veil into something here, into like a removal spell. That would be great. Damn it. 7 plus 5. Yeah, I think we have to chomp actually. Gonna get Blast Zone. I was not expecting Sprite Dragon, for sure. So I guess we're gonna blow up once and chump zombie here. We're gonna be taking some damage from the sprite dragons. Oh man, I would love to draw some business. Would be great to draw some business. Would be great to draw some business. Just gonna double strike the angler. Bold face. Okay, I mean if that's... Just dead. Shit. Exactly dead. Sprite Dragon was definitely powerful this game. Sprite Dragon was really, really powerful this game. But to be honest, it was a turn 2 Shadow, right? Like this is what dealt the vast majority of the damage. That's kind of how it works against that Shadow. They go turn 1 Discard Spell, turn 2 Shadow, and you're like, well, I had a plan when I started this game, now I don't. That's the Shadow life. It's good that Shadow is playable again, though. We're actually 2-2. Alright, let's win this one so we can make sure that we can keep these the win rate above 70. Good hand, good hand. Keep, and I'm gonna bottom Lasso. Yeah. Bottom Lasso. Always have 10k points again. Alright, I'm gonna do some push-ups in between. Bottom moves to 3. So that has to mean either Dredge or Tron. Dredge is a very, very good matchup because we have 5 ways to tutor Bojuku Box. So Dredge should be very, very good for us. Tron, not so much. Like, it's okay. So far, I've beaten it every time, but... That's also because, in general, Tron players... Is there a politically... It's not politically... Yeah. Politically correct way of saying that Tron players are bad? I'm gonna... Playing Burn. Well, I did not expect that to be what was gonna happen when my opponent mulliganed to 3. Trump players are politicians. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Skewer. I guess we don't want to draw Dryad, so with this on the stack, I guess I kind of want to block. Yeah, I guess I kind of want to block. Never mind. We're drawing the Dryad. And this Reclaimer is gonna go get a Radiant Fountain. Also, my opponent seems to be playing mono red burn. So no charms of the Boros variety. Opponent. Okay. All right. So next turn we're gonna get to Raminap, replay Flagstones, Springbloom Druid, Poggers. Sounds okay to me. I think we get Radiant Fountain, right? We could get Valakut otherwise. We could get Valakut and... Nah, I'm gonna get the other thing. Just Radiant Fountain. Just make sure we don't die some silly way, you know? And I guess we don't block here with the Reclaimer. So we just take it. Maybe they'll bolt the Reclaimer. Or they won't. Okay, so now we have a lot of flexibility with what we want to do here. Definitely getting this, and now we can get... If we get Valakut, do we actually get to trigger it? We do, right? 1, 2, 3. Raminap, replay Flagstones, cast. Yeah, we do. All right, so Putting has one card left in hand, and we're at 8, so I think this is just game. Derek Duncan, thank you for that follow. And this is only because we drew an untapped land, right? But it's cool. So we're just gonna Dryad plus Raminap here instead of Springbloom. Thanks for the list. That led me to the top 16 of the Showcase Challenge. Oh, that was you? Derek, you are my hero. You were actually the one that inspired me to to take this deck seriously. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I've been working on the deck the entire week. That was the most fun ever. Yeah, every match that you play with this deck is just an absolute delight. Unless your opponent just like does nothing. Like this. And then we're just waiting with our Vial trigger on the stack. Just doing this. Come on, opponent, you can do it! You can do it! Double Q? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It could be double Q. It could be that they just like F6 through their turn and they went, I don't know, to the bathroom or whatever. Heard you were cheering me on against one of your viewers. That. Oh yeah. Somebody, yeah. You faced. Was it Jacob or was it Freedmania? I think that you faced somebody at like 5-0 or something, and they came here on the stream and they said that you beat them, and I'm like, that's insane. In the time we're wasting here, we could lose to 2 new brand player. Yes, this is very inefficient, opponent. Come on, let's get this rolling, shall we? So while we do this, I guess I'm gonna be thinking about my sideboard plan. Definitely one Knight of Autumns. Probably gonna bring in Arasta. And definitely Celestial Purges. Maybe not Path. Maybe not Path because we have Purges, but... Oh, Mistaken. That's the one that you beat. Yeah. You would have top 8, but you punted around. Yeah, feels bad, man. Feels bad. That's awesome though. That's a sick run. Good job there. So we play this, then we play this, then we cast Raminap, we play Flagstones, and we pass the turn. So now we can go get another Valakut, we can go get Field, we can go get Radiant Fountain. We have a bazillion options. I think I'm gonna go for Radiant Fountain here. The reason for that obviously being that we can, once the fountain is in play, we can go get either Celestial Sanctuary or Vesuva to copy the fountain, so we can keep on gaining life now while actually dealing damage to my opponent at the same time. So it seems good. I could also sack and replay with Excavator. Also true. Also true. And honestly, we might be able to set up lethal next turn. I'm just gonna ask my opponent, are you there? This is just like exactly like what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on? So with 2 cards in hand and at instant speed, I'm just going to assume that my opponent cannot actually do anything here. So I'm just going to Flagstones for a Valakut, and then we're gonna keep lethal my opponent next turn. They could kill my Reclaimer, but we still have lethal. We just attack, or we can even Springloom Druid, which is extra value. Keeping this on 3. Oh, again. Come on. Let's just do this. Opponent, you're dead. Just let me kill you so we can end this game once and for all. And I did it this way because we can sack Reclaimer to gain 2 at instant speed. Sure, you bolted me twice. Good job. I think I'm just gonna decline to do anything here. This deck seems great. My 2 favorite modern decks of all time, Titan Shift and Green White Value Town. Oh, this is new. This is new. Cool. Cool mod. Alright, we're hopefully back. No cyberlink for us because my internet just crashed. But well, at least we're back now. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna keep this hand a little bit on the slow side, but we have turned to Thalia, which should be pretty sick against my opponent's deck. Never mind, it's not. Everything's terrible. Yeah, so we're gonna be facing a turn to... Okay, so they're playing the version with Incinerator, so I guess I want more paths for game 3. Again, we didn't cyber because my internet just crashed and I had to reset everything. I just lost connection, so I didn't get to sideboard, but... Maybe they have Blood Moon? There's no way they have Blood Moon. They just didn't cast anything on turn 2? It's weird. Light up the stage. Just gonna throw a tracker on the bus. Alternative, what I could have done there is I could have played the course. I could have called for a Courser. I think that next turn we can do Cold plus Thalia, which seems better to me. One Elder's Rejuvenator has been pretty good. Alright, good to know, good to know. I'm trying Spring Bloom Druid here, and it's been okay so far. That's something. They also play the land from their hand instead of playing the one from... Alright. Call for Thalia, Thalia here. Basically, as long as I don't get... my opponent doesn't play an early Incinerator, we should be fine, I think. Did I ammo basics? I have the 6 basics, Duncan. Is your name Derek or Duncan? Because both of those could be names or last names, so I don't know. Derek, okay, there you go. The classic Shard Volley. The 2-mana Shard Volley. Love to see it, yeah, as I was expecting. The Thalia doing some work here. Now the question is, do I want to play around Reveler? I mean, Reveler isn't even that good if there's a Gargaroth in play, though. Yeah, I don't know how they are supposed to beat this. Not with a Thalia in play. One, two, three. Play another tracker because why not? Boggy you, so we don't have to worry about a Reveler. Just don't even need to sideboard. Why even sideboard? All right, 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Sorry about my connection there actually being destroyed, but hopefully I was able to salvage it. Alright, so let's go back to the deck. I am very, very concerned about the Prowess matchup. How can we fix the Prowess matchup? How can we fix the Prowess matchup? I think Veil of Summer is just not necessary. Did you like Vial over the weekend, Dirk? Because like I started playing Vial because I saw them in your list, but they were not in my original list. And they have, like, since I play them, they have been kind of medium. I feel like we already have a good matchup against the decks that Vial is good against. Barring exactly... I didn't decide it in one time, I don't think. Yeah, it just feels like we're just playing this because we're playing green and we're supposed to play Veil of Summer because it's broken. But we're not really thinking about why we're playing this card. So I think I'm going to cut the Veils, which makes more room. Also, by the way, I saw that you cut 2 of the Purges. And I think I don't really agree with that, because I think that Purge is basically the best cyber card that this deck can get access to. It answers all of the problematic cards, which are Blood Moon, Ashiok, Clothes, etc. Yeah, so I think that this is where I would start with another copy of Celestial Purge. And... I wish I had room for one more basic. I wish I had room for exactly one more basic. Maybe I should cut a Heath for that basic. Or a Temple Garden. I think I'm going to cut a Temple Garden. Because we're adding the Druid and plus the 2 Steves, plus the fetches. So I think that having access to a 7th basic might be nice. And it's not like this is usually a problem in terms of making sure that we get value from Flagstones. You didn't cite in Damping Sphere one time. Yeah, but Damping Sphere is there for all of our bad matchups, right? Like, Damping Sphere is there for your amulets. I don't think Tron is very bad. But like, I would obviously bring it in against Tron. But like, Storm is bad. Amulet is bad. And what else? So honestly, if you're not citing in Damping Sphere, then that's a good sign, because that means that you're not playing against the matchups that you are going to die to. And yeah, I've been saying that Damping Sphere is not great against Amulet for a while now, but like, I would bring it in from this deck. I'm excited to see how Gargaroth does. It has been very good. Like, I played like only a league and it has been super good. So yeah, this card is solid. You lost to Goblins and Traditional Burn. Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe I want a second Arasta. Whoops. I don't own a second copy of Arasta. Maybe a second Gargaroth? I want the 15th card in my sideboard to be a card that's good against Prowess, I think. Although, we did add another Purge. Mind Sensor also sounds good against. So let's actually do second Mind Sensor, and I think I'm going to add another Arasta here. It's probably going to be easier if I just trade for the Arasta, because this is probably going to be Sense. Core Firewalkers. I don't know how I feel about the double white, my friend. Ooh. So spicy. How much is this? 29 cents? Nah, whatever. Alright, so next league is going to be with this list. Double white hasn't been the issue. The issue is Stormwind Entity. Yeah, that's fair. And this fixes that issue. Hey Scott, how's it going? Honestly, I'm more worried about the 2-drop than Stormwind Entity. I feel like I lose to the 2-drop more than I lose to the Entity. Alright, I'm gonna fix all of this. If you're watching YouTube, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the matches and a nice little talk afterwards. And I will be back for another league with this list. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.